I am well. I am well. I'm staying safe, continuing to do this and everything. So, honey, what was your question for me? Okay. All right. So, just get you a general reading then. Just kind of check in, a little check in, see what you need to know. Okay. All right. We'll see what we can do about answering the love life along with this question. But if it doesn't come up in this question, if you want to have a love life reading, I can do that. If you wouldn't mind to hang on and do that after Carlo. But like I said, we'll see what pops up in this one. Okay. All right. All right, Barbara. Okay. Well, we need to know what Miss Barbara needs to know about her life right now. And if you can throw a little bit of information about the love life, that would be wonderful. Maybe they're connected. Who knows? But we do ask for the divine to bring that in. And Miss Barbara, if you could bring me, or if you could let me know of 3 numbers. I need one number between 1 and 16. The second number, I need between 1 and 22. And the third number between 1 and 40. If you could do that for me, that'd be very wonderful and awesome and great. And I would just love you forever. Mm. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So the card from the um, court deck is the King of Wands. The King of Wands. I'll be so glad to be able to get another camera so that you all can really see the details in these cards and be able to see the name on the card and all that. Okay. Anyways, had to get that out of the way. The King of Wands. So the King of Wands is a warrior or has a mentality of a warrior. They love a challenge. They're confident and energetic and can be brutally honest. They love to be physically active. They could have a my way or the highway kind of attitude. It could suggest that one needs more self-confidence and strength. They may need to take more action, always moving forward, mastering the next levels. So let me see here. Okay. The card from the major arcana is 10, the Wheel of Fortune. This is the card of destiny. It suggests good fortune, but only if one is ready to roll with the punches and go with the flow. Everything that happens at this time is part of one's destiny. One should relinquish the need to control one's life. So I'm just kind of giving you overview real quick, and then we'll kind of get into the thoughts and ideas of this. Oh, I'm sorry. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The card from the lower 40 is the Six of Swords. Suggests that one is moving away from the chaos and moving into calmer waters. You'll start noticing new opportunities and synchrony. I can't say that word. Anyways, I don't even know why I wrote it down. Remember not to take the past with you. In the presence of other travel cards, this would indicate overseas travel, but we're not even seeing that here, so we're not even worried about that. I don't necessarily see anything that's necessarily suggesting future relationship stuff here, so I'm pretty confident this isn't as much about the relationship side of it. I mean, there is a hint of struggling in relationship, but it's not as much about that as it is that I don't know. We'll get to it. Okay. So I want to talk about this King of Wands for a second. This line of an individual that has a my way or the highway approach, or attitude. I'm under the impression that this is the X. Okay. Yeah, because I'm kind of getting this feeling of the very authoritarian kind of, if it's not done the way that I want it, then it's not done. That kind of attitude. But there's heartbreak here, and it's not showing in the cards. It's just, I feel very like, I feel like there was a very sudden change in the relationship. Which I guess actually it is implicated by the cards, too, a little bit, but I just it seemed like a very volatile moment in life and in the relationship, and it's just like you're still really in a spot. What I feel like is you're still kind of trying to wrap your head around everything. That things still don't quite seem the way that you think that they should. And the reason why I say this is because here's a little thing, just from the images of the cards. With the images of the cards on the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Swords, both, they both have rough waters in the seascape picture. So in the seascape picture of the Wheel of Fortune, I wished I had my pen here. I need a pen, something to point with. In the seascape picture of Wheel of Fortune, you got these white caps in here, and so this is kind of like, it's a little bit of roughness, but there was some it's some unexpectance and so on and stuff like that. And then in the Six of Swords, the rough waters represents, rough times in the past. And then, of course, with water, those could tend to mean emotional issues as well. So, I said after 20 and a half years of marriage, I still can't believe I'm divorced. Yeah, and I'm sorry. I am so sorry to hear that too, So, what I believe that the divine wants you to know, see, and realize is that this path was a path of destiny for you. And as cruel as that seems, to put you in a relationship that just wasn't very nice to you in the beginning, and then that was nice to you in the beginning, excuse me, I misspoke, and then turned out to be not so nice, that it comes up as being this, oh, well, it was just part of your destiny. And that seems so cruel to us. But what we got to remember is that our destiny is a path. And sometimes we have to take time to learn from everyday occurrences. The relationship part of the Wheel of Fortune said one's relationship is part of one's destiny. It's up to one how they choose to embrace their lessons. Don't get hung up on the right one. All relationships are valuable. So, does that ease the sting any? Not much, but it does give you a sense of purpose as to why. And though we may not agree with that 100% of the time, at least it is an answer, because we could be left without an answer, and that's the most scary place to be. So then you have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. Wherever it went. 7, 8, 5, 6 swords. Did I not put a... Okay. So, the divine wants you to remember that your love life will seem less chaotic, which is a great thing. It's a great thing. But don't bring the past with you. Be willing to let that go. Be willing to say, that was a part of my life at one time. And for me to better my higher self, I have to acknowledge that this is done. And as taken aback by it as I am, and as just flabbergasted as I am, what is more important is that I do what's best for me. And whenever you get to that point in being able to say that and getting yourself focused and motivated on that, I think you will see a great shift in your spiritual aspects that you were asking about. So, just remember, this isn't over. This isn't the end. In fact, the Six of Swords, if you look beyond the horizon, there's the sun coming up. And it's coming up over this little island of land out here. There is land in sight. So, don't hold back and don't be afraid. Charge forward and take back your power for your highest good. Amen. And that's about all that I know to say. I felt like I needed to say that, so felt like I was preaching there for a second or something. And I used to be a Baptist, so I know what preaching is. Shoot. But I also see the Son of the Divine. Thank you. I needed that. Oh, thank you. That was very much needed, Barbara. You are a blessing tonight. You are a blessing tonight. Also see the Son of the Divine.